Told him I ain't selling it for nothing less than lavish.
Nah, come on, man.
Draco made a hit with this one.
Yeah, and Jazzy had no chill.
Peace, y'all. What's up? What that was? Let me stop. But honestly, how y'all doing? This your girl Jazzy. I'm doing pretty okay. Today has been a pretty successful day. Today was filled with a lot of what I would say bringing things together. It's definitely feeling like a full moon because today was the day that I did a lot of things I meant to do. And Roy was outside trying to get in the room. I wanted to do a little quick video before I KO today, just to say that how you feel is so important to you, but to this whole world, it could be so minuscule. So I understand that a lot of people these days feel like we have so much to say, and trust me, this is what I do. This is part of my job. Like, I love to express my point of view and also connect to others' point of views, even if it's just like through energy signature. And with that, I recognize that no matter how much you say, people still gonna take only their perspective. So when you're expressing yourself, sometimes it's just best to keep it quite vague. We got the moon card, cut the deck. And, ooh, let's look at this. We got the page of wands underneath. I like these two cards. Okay, we got the page of cups falling out as well. This card here again. I remember my little friend. That was funny when I pulled this card last time. It was just a little reminder to expect a little surprise. We have the moon card here. I'm gonna go around with this one. Before I get into anything, let's just highlight certain aspects and take it day by day. I mean, moment by moment. Because day by day, we're going to have to be here tomorrow. What we're going to pay attention to right now is this little energy right there, y'all. I wanted to pull a card before I actually went into depth, but the reason why I wanted to highlight that is because when you allow someone to know so much about you, especially online, or especially when it's going out to a broad amount of people, you leave so much room for people to assume and also paint their own energy. Y'all know what I feel about water. Every time I see water, I'm thinking it's something of emotion. It's something with like beyond what you can see, but more what you can feel. Water signs, for example, are emotional signs along with fire, but that's a whole different aspect. When you see the emotion, I think that's like a feeling that you can't really see, but definitely only feel. Like fire, yeah, you're gonna see it. Fire signs, this is why we be in front of a camera most times, but you'll see us and feel us. But emotional, Scorpio, or just Cancers, or just water energy, period, that's just another symbolism of it. But water energy is healing. It's like a feeling, but it's also like of depth, because that could get real deep. It could get real scary. It could get real versatile in so many ways. So to see that energy in there, it's just acknowledging that sometimes that could be impure. Sometimes it could be sourced from something that you might not even know exactly what you're doing. But then when you're going as far as trying to express or defend it, it could just leave room for not really allowing the message to really be as clear or as pivotal. But then sometimes there's a balance. So we'll get more into that. What I wanted to highlight next was the moon. Because for one, that looks like that. If y'all ever saw some of my videos with the other backdrop I have, there's the moon symbolism where it's a full moon, but you also see the energy of crescent moon, I believe that's what they call it, but also the energy of the moon itself, which is another form of emotion. I love how the stars are glistening in the sky, because it gives the gist of you just being out in nature, but also this is another element of emotion, because to me that's what the moon symbolizes, especially a full moon, which is a full moon right now. To me, that's just bringing to whole all of the things that's been cultivating, but also showing it's like a manifestation of that playing out. And what better representation of that than to have these women out naked, but look at their hands. It's almost as if they have become a little bit more of embodiment of animalistic through their mask. The mask has allowed them to become more than just a human form. And something that I find very interesting is the fact that their claws are the same as this entity here. So it's like, where is that source from? We're going to look into it more. But as I'm looking at it, it's an energy of just, it feels like just roaming in the state of bliss, but I keep on hearing abyss, but I want to say bliss. So we're gonna look at seeing what the moon says, and keep it 100. You already know when we pull out this tarot deck, the tarot deck will give it to you in a way where even I can't sugarcoat it. I don't ever like to sugarcoat it, but I definitely want to take it for what it is, and also acknowledge that what it is different to everybody. So we on here, y'all. We got the moon card. Ooh. It says the full moon brings out the weirdos. Two new women with wild hair and animal masks dance under the moon's strange light. They dance and howl in the moonlight and release their wild, untamed energy. The moon brings out strange things from the dark, a glimpse of what lies beyond the ordinary. A creature lurks in the pool of water behind them, a reminder of the ancient fears of the unknown. Wake up your wild side. Imagination in the realm of your mind can allow you to see things in a new way. You may be feeling restless, kind of weird, and full of wild energy, so be spontaneous. Do something crazy. Trust your instincts. It'll lead you to new and possibly strange places, but be aware that by waking up your wild side, you may wander into some dangerous places as well. So be alert and listen to what your gut tells you. You travel too far into the unknown. Ooh, that's powerful. Because I think I mentioned something on the aspect of balance, and there is something about, I said into bliss, but into abyss. That makes so much sense why the angels gave it to me that way, because it is a form of bliss just to be new, to be not alone, but also to be in full energy. I can connect to that, but there is that element of me being a Sagittarius in the life path 5 where I'll push it to the limit of really just seeing how much I could embrace or experience out of that vibration. But then I also have those elements of just being practical. I have a lot of Aquarius energy, so it just has to make sense. And I think thus far I've always known how to listen to my gut when it tells me I've gone too far. But this is also a new phase, so I'm happy to get the validation that it's okay to indulge and to explore new things that may be a little dangerous, but also keeping in mind that you know where you come from, you know your roots are. And I know that I'm my mom's only daughter, so I'm always going to make an effort to stay protected, and I know that's a given. When you're on a journey, a spiritual journey, I think that there's always a form of protection personally, but I never become too humble to where I feel like God can't give me experiences for me to really just learn why I shouldn't have done something. So I do feel that something powerful about their claws is that they're becoming more animalistic but more naturalistic, because your natural element, I don't care what these people saying online, your natural element is to be dark and light. You're in a yin yang realm of reality. No matter how much you look into any form of understanding, it's going to go back to the fact that there's good and bad, and actually there's no good and bad. There's light and dark, but actually is one formulation of just a blend. And yeah, we get in with the program. So the more you bask into those elements and those depths within yourself, and also just those imagination, creativity, light sources in you, and just balancing the intelligence, but also with the things that you may not see and may not know that you may be, but also allowing that. What do they call this? The ancient fears of the unknown. The ancient fears of the unknown, and that's powerful because it looks like an entity, and that could be a demon. So it's a demon, the fears of the unknown, but it's ancient because it's more than just you. You've been born into this. There's been a lot of things that make me feel like, or I'm sure Earth Angels, period, whatever y'all doing, because we all going into new waters, into new transitions. But there's always that thing of make you feel like it shouldn't be for you, or that maybe that's the wrong way to do it, until you do it and then you live your best life. But just remember where you come from. Remember that is bigger than you, and just to remember that life is just so temporary, so fragile. It's so articulate, like, and I don't know if that's the right word to say, but when I think of that word articulate, it's like particular on just like when someone is articulate, that means their verbiage is very detailed, is very on point. And I feel like when you're in the energy of just understanding that, then it just allows for you to be more present. And that's definitely vibration. We're going on a journey, and I know y'all see that path. Shout out to a beautiful day. Shout out to the good things coming our way. Shout out to the divine message that's going to humbly tell us that, yeah, it's okay. It's okay to just explore. It's okay to not know for sure. It's okay to go through that door. But we're holding accountability, because at the end of the day, we know exactly what is best. And for me, I know that I have my vices, as every human does, regardless of how healed you may think you are. You're gonna have a vice, and when you're balancing that and also making productivity within your life towards the direction that you want, making sure that you're presenting yourself in a raw, organic light, man, that's the key. Nothing more to say. I'll see y'all tomorrow, y'all. This was a good little message, a good little interlude, and I really appreciate these tarot cards. I didn't pull one yesterday, but the message is always still punctual and always still punching. Hitting. All right, y'all. It's time for me to go to sleep. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.